Good evening, Pio Nation. I hope you are doing well tonight. My name is Matt Williamson.
My name's Zachary Simpkins.
And you are watching Marietta College Esports. So we're finally going to be able to see some Rainbow Six this week.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So the other day when we were supposed to have a match, unfortunately the other team had some issues with their MOS program, which is required. So they had to forfeit. But you were able to watch the Smash team with their great victory over Manchester. But now we have a huge game for Rainbow Six Siege, as the Pioneers are going to go up against the University of Kentucky, and there are playoff implications for this. If they win, they are in.
Yes, they are. So this is a big game. Everyone on the Marietta roster are absolutely locked in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have been preparing for this moment. They're already getting things set up in the lobby. We will get the overhead spectator. So while we're getting that set up, let's go over a couple announcements. So first of all, let's go over the starting roster for the Rainbow Six Siege team here. And I'm just going to go through the list. We have our captain, senior Aaron Crum Spoon, playing. We will have freshman Brody Garber, Bo Higgins playing. We're going to have freshman Evan Perel Evangelos playing. We'll have senior Dylan Poles Rez playing. We're going to have also freshman Spencer Showwater Static playing. And then shout outs to all of our coaches, Derek Games Grum, and our Rainbow Six coaches, Matt Argerbyte Strato and Colin Stratford Knight. So thank you all of our coaches for working with our teams. Now let's go over a few announcements. So first of all, we do want to give a shout out to HyperX for being the official peripheral sponsor of Marietta College Esports. They have provided our facility with keyboards, mice, headsets, mouse pads, microphones. Our students love the quality of the products. We're using their Quad X microphone in our broadcasting room right now. So if you're thinking, hey, that's great audio, that's because of HyperX. So thank you, HyperX, for that. If you want to check out some HyperX gear, please be sure to go to hyperx.gg/MarriettES. The QR code is up on your screen. We also want to give a shout out to Over the Moon Pizza for their support. Every Tuesday and Thursday, they have their game nights. If you go to their restaurant on Front Street in Marietta, they'll have a Nintendo Switch available. You can play some Super Smash Brothers, some Mario Kart, some Mario Party. And then on Tuesdays, if we're streaming a match, you can go over to their restaurant and watch it. And you know what we stream on Tuesdays? We stream some Overwatch matches.
Yes, we do. Only one more game, and then we go undefeated this season.
Yep. So right now, the team is undefeated. So next Tuesday will be their last regular season match. So if they win, they will be undefeated all semester long. And then we get to the playoffs. So there'll be even more matches on Tuesdays. So go over there on Tuesdays, get a great deal on some pizza and some drinks, and cheer on our Overwatch team. We'll also take a minute to thank all of our supporters. So we want to thank Buy Blue Light. We're working with them to get some blue light glasses for our students. We haven't gotten them yet, but we're working out the logistics for that. So hopefully we'll be able to get that to our students before the end of the semester. We want to thank Elgato for providing the face cams that you see whenever you watch them play. You see their faces, you can see their expressions. We want to thank Incrediware as well for providing the athletic recovery sleeves. We want to thank Kovacs for providing the aim training software. And we want to thank MSI for their support. They have provided some monitors for our streaming room and also some pricing for an event that I may just be announcing in a minute or two. But I'm going to do a few other announcements first, though, so there's my little teaser. Of course, we're always looking for more students for our program. We are recruiting for 2024. We have our varsity titles in Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch 2, Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, Super Smash Brothers, and Valorant. Of course, we have our facility here on campus. You see it during the pre-streams and during the breaks. We have coaches for most of our teams. We also want to make sure our students are succeeding in all areas, so we do try to have them do study hours. We want them to do well in the classroom. And also, there are scholarships available for high school seniors and college transfers. We do tryouts every month, whether it's in person or online. So for more information, you can go to our link tree, linktr.ee/Marietta Esports. It has links to all of our social media channels. It has links to all the tryout forms. You can even arrange a Discord call to speak with our head coach, Derek Games, to learn more about our esports program. And of course, we want to thank all of you for your support. Also, shout out to the anonymous person who gifted out 25 subs yesterday to our community. So thank you so much. It is one of our main sources of revenue to help provide opportunities for our students. So we do appreciate that. Now, of course, if you're not have the capacity to give 25 subs, that's perfectly fine. It's much appreciated, but don't put yourself in a financial burden. But of course, there are ways to help support us without any additional cost. So if you have Amazon Prime, there's this thing called Prime Gaming, where you can connect a Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account, and then that gives you Prime Gaming. which could give you free cosmetic items. Or even like in Siege, you can get free XP boosts. You can also, sometimes they'll do op bundle packs as well. You can also get free games, but it also gives you a free sub you can use every 30 days. You get the benefits of the sub, we get the benefits of the sub, but you don't have to pay any extra for it. And what do you get for subscribing? You get all these emotes that you see on your screen. Except for Lovely Faces, that requires a tier 2 or tier 3 sub. But the Prime Gaming sub will give you the other emotes, and we're actually very close to unlocking the next sub goal, which will allow us to add even more emotes for you guys to use. Now, there are some free emotes just for following, so you can even hit that follow button, and you can cheer on Marietta Pioneers as well. But if you want these other emotes, you can subscribe to our channel as well. Now the moment you've been waiting for. No, it's not the Rainbow Six Siege match. Sorry, we're still waiting for Kentucky to join the lobby. But we have our big announcement, and you guys here in Twitch chat right now are the very first to hear about this outside of the program. We are excited to announce that on Saturday, December 2nd, will be the first annual Marietta College Esports LAN Fest presented by HyperX. If you remember the good old days of LAN parties where you would go to your friends and spend an evening eating Doritos and drinking Mountain Dew and playing video games, we're bringing the notion of the LAN party back in 2023. This will be, although it's not going to be an all-night endeavor, it's going to be Saturday, December 2nd from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. at the Gathering Place in Marietta College. This is open to anyone. It's not just for students, faculty, staff. Anyone who wants to come to Marietta and come to the college that day can participate. It is a $20 admission fee. You would bring your computer and you would connect it. We'll have a network set up where you'll be able to connect your computer to the network, and you can play a bunch of games with everyone that's there. We have already some food vendors that will be coming in, so we can get some great food. There will be door prizes that will be available throughout the day. So we'll have some door prizes courtesy of HyperX and MSI and some other supporters as well. And we're also going to be running several tournaments. So giving you a couple of examples of some of the tournaments that we plan on running are Super Smash Brothers, Fall Guys, Mario Kart. We're actually working with a local card shop where they'll be running Magic the Gathering tournaments during the day as well. And we are looking to adding a few others as well based on some interest. So the QR code on your screen right now is where you can pre-register just to get some initial information, just like if you're interested. If you do not have a gaming PC, we are planning to have a couple of gaming laptops available for rent. So it would be an additional cost. We're still working out some of those details, so hopefully in the coming days we will get that figured out. But that QR code will get you to a Google form that gets a little bit of information, and then also the rules and waiver form about the event. But we are going to be putting this out on our social media very soon, but letting you know this is coming up. We're very excited about this. I miss LAN parties. I remember when I was younger, like back in the old days of Halo, we would bring our Xboxes and connect them together. That was so much fun. So now we're planning on trying to do it on a big scale.
I remember doing that with Black Ops. It was so much fun.
Yes, so Saturday, December 2nd, mark your calendars, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. But all right, everyone's in the lobby. But, all right, I think the team is getting things ready.
Let's say if you want to flex your PC setup, it's also a great time to go and bring your PC and flex and see if you got the best setup or not.
Yeah.
One of my buddies always is talking about my setup is so much better than everyone. So come on, let's see. Come over and let's prove it. Let's see if you actually have the best setup or not.
Yeah, I have been to some LAN parties before like this, and people will really have these beefed out machines with the RGB stuff going on. They'll have the big monitors But yeah, it's just going to be really exciting. We've been thinking about this for a while, so I'm really stoked about this event. So I hope you guys will get a chance to come check that out. But all right, we're getting the ready checks in. Just so you guys are aware of the maps, first map is going to be Oregon. Marietta will be attacking, Kentucky will be defending. Map 2 will be Clubhouse. Marietta will be defending, Kentucky will be attacking. And then if we go to map 3, it will be Chalet. The sides will be determined based on the round differentials of maps 1 and 2. And we cannot emphasize this enough. this has playoff implications. Whoever wins this moves on to the NACE Starleague Varsity Premier playoffs. And by the way, the finals will be a LAN event at Boise State.
That is insane.
So whoever makes it to that top 2, they'll get to go to Boise State and play live in their facility. I don't know if you've seen Boise State's facility, but it is amazing.
It's amazing. Well, yep, that's what we're all fighting for. We're fighting to go to a LAN event. That's something that you don't get to do every day.
No, you do not. I know the GLEC just had their LAN event this past weekend. Unfortunately, none of our teams that participate this semester qualified. Hopefully, there'll be a different story next semester with some of our teams. But yeah, LAN events are very special as I keep the image up about our LAN Fest. Mm-hmm. There's just something about LAN events.
There is. I remember going to a LAN event for the regional finals for Overwatch during high school, and that whole day was just booked, and it was so much fun. Mm-hmm. Be there with the team and even if we didn't win, it was just fun to be able to go and just be there.
Okay. All right, we got the clear for the ready check, so I'm going to let them know that we're going to get things started here. If I can type the right letters. So we're going to say that we're going to start up here. So now I got to hit the right button, and we will be underway.
I am excited. Let's see the bands come out.
It'll load for a second. Don't worry. Just hang tight.
Oh, I was going to say, that's a very interesting... Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Operator band phase. Band in Kentucky gets the first band. What are they going to be? It's on Oregon. Love this map. This map is a classic when it comes to Siege. This is like, if you can't play Oregon, you cannot play Siege. It's just one of those types of map. Ace is going to be the first band. That's an interesting pick. They're going to be having... Usually the other hard breach is going to be Thermite here, which is going to be a lot harder to really get onto those walls because of Oregon's geometry, and Maverick as well. That's good. So now you have to use a hard breach, making it so I think you have Thermite or Hibana, and you're not going to use Hibana for the big wall that's going to be in bedroom.
Yeah, I think Thermite's pretty much your only option.
Thermite is basically getting forced here. Another defender band is going to be Warden. We've seen him pop up in the meta because his 1.5 and also his ability to deal with the lot of pressure that is brought with the flashbangs that people love to spam through it. And now Kentucky with their last band for this map, and it's going to be Solus. Do not want to get verted and do not want to have their location being told every single moment.
You know what's interesting about this? I remember, and maybe you know more about this than me. You definitely know more about this than me. I remember, like, every single game, Mira would be banned. And we're not seeing that now.
No, with the new operators that are coming in, it's because like there's different operators that are able to deal with it now, because you have Buck who can do vertical, especially on Oregon. You have Nomad who can make it unavailable. You have all these different operators. Also Dekebi, so you can just hear where they are. So the mirror wall, that information you get from it is not as valuable as other operators such as Goyo or Mozzie, as we see on Kentucky side. With Goyo, you have that ability for just complete denial, so that you can't get a mirror window could just get ran past.
Okay.
Yes, you get the information, but like you can still run past them and just win the trade.
All right.
Especially you can spam it, you can just get rid of the mirror completely. It was a lot more powerful when you couldn't break the glass, but now you can like run up to it, break the glass, and now you can't see.
So she's not even all that relevant anymore.
She is relevant on different maps like Consulate and I believe Bank. Those two maps you see Mira played more because there's better positioning for her. But on a map like Clubhouse, Mira is only seen on the second floor usually, and even then there's better operators to run. Honestly, seeing University of Kentucky here running usually a very standard comp when you see Oregon. You have the Smoke, the Goyo, the Mozzie, the Wamai, and the Legion. Legion's going to be the roamer here, and Wamai is going to be... Legion and Mozzie are going to be the roamers here. It's going to be... First taken away from them, and that's going to be Bo Higgins on the Zofia. I didn't really see the comp here, so see that... MC are only going to be using Hibana for their hard breach, and that's going to be Evangelos. That's going to be Bo Higgins hit with a goo mine. Has to take it out quick. Puts his aim back up. Knows that someone is there looking for him.
I'm going to have to set the camera things because I don't think they line themselves up in the right order.
Definitely
Keep going.
Oh, Bo Higgins getting an engage here. Taking some shots away from the Goyo. You're going to see the Bo Higgins, again, the only one taking damage here. We see the utility already We're going to see barbed wire. We're going to see a bulletproof camera, proxy mines. We have one C4 on the side of University of Kentucky on the Mozzie. And it impacts your Goyo. We're going to see no util has really been used yet. I believe it's going to be up. One Flores drone used. Or Spoon. That's going to be static. Maybe giving a call out of that Legion you heard. Bo Higgin's going to go down to the Legion. Right in front of Static, and then Habana wins the trade. That's going to be the C4 taken away from Kentucky, and now there's going to be a 4v4 at the moment, but Evangelos is very low HP. Spoon going to get a pick with Flores, going to be taking out the Legion. Both roamers on the side of University of Kentucky are going to be out, and now that means Marietta can start their execute. Going to have both hatches going to be exploded right here. Located in the bomb, of course. Spoon droning out, trying to get some good information here. Pinging a corner. We see that no one's there, but they do not know. Flashbangs are going to come out. Right here, we're going to see as one smoke canister is going to be used. Still, all the Goyos are going to be able to be dispersed, and that's going to be Evangelos going down to a Goyo. Could not get any entryway in there. I think that's going to be in ice that they get there. Get down. Res. One more Nomad able to be used. Gonna throw a flash in there with Static is gonna go in and get some information. Spoon is gonna be the two upperclassmen still alive with one freshman still remaining. They're gonna be shooting. That's gonna be Spoon going down to the Wamai. Wamai, oh, there's gonna be smoke getting through. There's too many angles to look at. Rez is gonna go down. They're unable to break up those crossfires.
And shoutouts to Spoon's mama for the gifted subs. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Spoon's mama.
All right, let's take a look at what. I mean, it was still pretty close there, back and forth.
It just came down to that. I believe that there was supposed to be one going icebox or a freezer, but the attacker was unable to go there. I believe that was Evangelos. Evangelos.
We're gonna keep working on that.
Evangelos was trying to go there, but got destroyed by that Goyo that was placed there. He was already at so low HP, he couldn't run away from it. And now we're going to see the kid's bedroom play here. It's going to be a very normal setup here. We're going to see the half wall.
While we're getting things set up here, just so everyone knows who's watching, we are on a 3-minute stream delay just to make sure there is not any stream sniping. They cannot hear us, so anything we say, no one knows where things are at, but just to make sure that competitive integrity is preserved.
And even if they could hear us, I think our columns would be a little bit late, or not as specific as they know. Because I know that the Siege team, like for every room, has at least 5 callouts that not the normal person in ranked will use. Like, it's just crazy. I had a little time to talk about it with them, and there's just so many different calls that they have.
Yeah, like we see Evangelos throwing in the drone to see what's clear. Not going to spawn anything.
There's really no one here sitting on the first floor, but they're definitely going to be holding first floor somewhere. Maybe some even in basement. That's going to be a lot of gunfire being traded out. No one taking any damage. We're going to see on the side of Kentucky. Oh, that's going to be Static taking a lot of damage on this Ash. He tries to get in. He's going to be shot through the floor. Yes, he is. They're all going to be playing second floor here as they're going to try to advance. Static trying to get a good peek. It's not gonna be doing. There's gonna be the adrenaline. Static gonna get healed up a little bit.
Yeah, it's just a temporary buff though with the Finka boost. And Spoon's going to pick one. We'll see if he.
Okay, going in. That's gonna be Spoon. Good information there. That's gonna be Crypt on the side of Kentucky. Gonna get a pick though, and he's gonna be contesting this big window as Rez is trying to find his way in and stop any roamers from rotating. Right here, we're probably going to see the Thorin. It's going to be the one that's going to be rotating out of sight. See, Evangelos going to be giving a call, trying to give some information for the team. He knows that someone's close here. At least one is close. But you see those mute... No, there's no... Yeah, the mute jammers are going to be stopping those calls instantly as soon as they walk over them without having to stop. See, 3 smokes. Oh, that's going to be the Thorin actually going down. I wonder what took her down. I believe it was a frag grenade. But they don't have any frag. Oh, no, yeah, it was a frag grenade from Spoon that gets him down. And that's going to be at 1 HP, getting rezzed by Paladin. Spoon holding this angle. It's going to be flashes going in. They have to go in, and Rez is going to go in, and Rez, actually no, it's going to be Evangelos getting his head taken off. He's trying to shoot the toes. Spoon gets one, Rez gets another, and that's going to be Static going down as a 2v2. That's going to be Kentucky taking round number 2. Playing off that shield, they could not get that plant down.
Yeah, just trying to find the opportunity to plant, but there was still one person up that was able to take out both Rez and Spoon there, but it was a great attempt.
Static tried to get that flank, but I believe just timed it slightly wrong in the engage. So whenever he was able to go and aggress, he got gunned down and they were able to swing over to big window. Right there were just so many angles that they played from, but I believe Spoon played big window very well, able to stop a lot of angles and kill that guy in that corner. I believe that frag grenade killed instead of injured, that would have gone a lot differently.
Yeah, the fact that they were able to get him back up definitely made a factor when they tried to go for that big push.
Definitely did, because then Spoon had to look left at the Thorin, shooting him in the toes, shot him in the toes. Instead, he could have really have just spent his time looking main and looking at the shield that was placed by Kentucky.
We're seeing a lot of defense, even though it's on the first floor that we see Kentucky getting some defensive setup on that second floor.
Bo Higgum Glaz. We love to see it. The off-meta pick that he loves to pull out.
And Spoon's bringing out Capital as well. That's an interesting choice.
You see Capital used in Pro League every once in a while because the same way that Goyo is used for entry denial, same way of Capital is used. Capital is used specifically to flush out contenders behind shields, behind hard cover you can't usually do anything with, and also can be used good for vert. If you shoot an arrow through the vert hit on the ceiling, it will burn things out. What is that? Static is a pick. The Maestro cobbled his pants down. Doesn't know where he's going.
That is huge for the team, getting that early pick. We already see both of them Static starting to work their way towards the bomb site.
It's very usually don't see that. He was just walking. I don't know exactly what happened there. That's very unfortunate for Crypt. Now it's going to be, Rez going to be taken down from the vert. Same with Bo Higgums. There's so much verticality being played here on these hatches. You need someone to go top, but it seems like they're just going to be running it down. The Thermite is going to be able to blow that wall down, and that's going to be a smoke going down by the Capital. One did drop, and that's going to be Evangelos going to be getting one. And now he's going to be putting the plant down. The smoke is going to cover his plant for one more second. It needs to go down. Now that it's down, the defenders are at a disadvantage. That's going to be a loss. Static does not win that trade. It's going to be Swagvin getting that kill instead. It's now going to be a 3v2, but the bomb is down. And if Marietta plays for this bomb, it's good, but that's going to be Spoon going down to Swagvin again. Diffuser is planted 27 seconds, and he has a bullet hole. Is going to miss the shot just barely, and Swagvin is going to go crazy with the 4K here.
Yeah, that is just insane gameplay from Swagvin with that 4K.
It was very unfortunate that Evan was unable to hit that shot on that mute that was milli rocking in front. Didn't even notice the bullet hole. But as soon as he started shooting, his position was given away, and then the Kaid was able to just fire back. And now it's 0-3 at the moment, round 4. Marietta taking a timeout to think and ponder out what they're going up against. Talking about the strategy and talking about maybe what they've noticed in the defense. See, that's something that we don't really get to do in ranked or in the games that we play in regular Rainbow Six Siege, is that now that they have this timeout, they're able to think of what are these defenders doing. In ranked, you really don't really care. You're just going to run in, just swing or get swung. But in here, they're picking apart the defense in these 30 seconds they have to see, hey, they put a shield here. Hey, they had this Maestro playing over here. Maybe if we rotate more of our utility over here, we'll be able to crack the code. Because at the moment, we're going to see that the same setup is going to be run for basement.
Yeah, especially the fact that they have now seen all 3 sites. Because remember, on defense, once you win on a certain site, you have to play a different site. Then when you win that one, you play the 3rd site. So they have seen all 3 different sites, so they know the strategy that Kentucky's going to use. So they can kind of go over, all right, if the bomb's here, this is what they're going to do, here's what we're going to do. And go over that same plan for every single one of us. Now, did they do that in 45 seconds? We're going to find out.
I'm pretty confident they could. Spoon, the team captain here, is very knowledgeable about Siege, and in the few moments he was able to get into the bomb site, he was able to almost perfectly see the layout. Because again, with these different teams, there's only so many setups you can possibly do for a bomb site without throwing the bomb site because there's only so many plays you have. We see that Marietta is going to be running the same composition they were running the first time, so it's going to be the same mirror of the first round that we saw, but Marietta is going to be coming here with a different game plan that they had before. Let's see if they're able to deal with these roamers a little bit better than before. If Evan is able to have less damage done to him this time, he might be able to lurk into that freezer like he tried to before.
It's interesting he's going with the Hibana, because we were talking before that Thermite would be the choice for breaching, but he decides to go with that Hibana instead.
Well, here on basement, you're really unable to actually breach any wall, because the wall you would breach is in corner, or an elbow as it's called. And with there, you're going to have a shield being placed there. Actually, there's no shields on this team, but usually you're having a very hard angle to clear. You're going to have to use so much utility to run it down there, and it's just impossible to clear. So we're going to see instead, that's going to be an engage. Static doing some damage to Swagven, the Mozzie, who's going to be roaming here. Static, he has to win this one if he's going to be able to keep his team in the game. If he loses this is going to be so much map pressure from Mozzie. It's going to be Jiggle peeking here. Holding this doorway. Shots being fired, and that's going to be the Mozzie taken down. Bo Higgins trading a lot of his HP for the down onto the Mozzie, letting him bleed out. Don't want to give away his position because they don't know if anyone's on third floor. We know there's no one there, but they have no idea.
Yeah, we're just seeing Kentucky playing a lot of this vertical play, and Marietta is starting to catch on to that.
Oh, that's his head! Spoon just barely whiffs! Is this going to be able to lurk, and Rez might be able to get the Rez. And that's going to be Rez getting taken down. Evangelos finally finishes off Mozzie, but Spoon going to be in a dying state, going to be taken down by Paladin, a 3v4, very heavily favoring the defenders, and they don't exactly know where this Legion is peeking here, and that's going to be a lot of damage, but Bo Higgins is going to go down, and that's going to be Evan winning the trade, and that's going to be Static getting a pick too. Now it's a 2v2, but with your main entry being taken down, you only have Static who can really make space with his drone, and everyone is on the bomb site now, but again, they don't know that. You can see Static really trying to get a good angle here. Evan is at 1 HP again. One shot from anything, basically, is going to be able to take him down. And again, the hatches are not blown yet. There's still a lot of time. Dude, they're just going to be walking down bottom of the stairs. Going to be breaking this barricade, even with the position. This is going to be very hard to push into. You only have flashes. You don't really have any entry from Bo Higgins or from Spoon to be able to clear out these angles. And that's going to be Evan trying to take some damage. He can't push into the smoke or else he's going to go down. That's the second smoke being used. Yep, second smoke being used. And that's going to be Evan hopping onto the box as Static is trying to take some angles. Evan going to be trying to flash into the corner. There's no one there. Flashing. Flashes himself a little bit. Same with Static, and now there's only 10 seconds remaining, but that's going to be Smoke's last canister used, and there's no way onto this site, and he's going to have to try to start to get the plant down, but Static has 1 HP, and that's going to be both of them falling down to Tejat.
Yeah, that was just very difficult, and especially with the Mize Magnet actually drawing some of those flashbangs away. They just didn't have a way to get into the room in time.
We also saw that both rookie freshmen were the last two left alive. That's a very difficult position if you're a first year here. Again, very difficult situations. We've seen Spoon and Rez clutch those multiple times, but when you're in the heat, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate that Spoon went down during that fight. If he had stayed alive there, I think it would have been very well a different outcome.
I mean, Spoon only saw the tip of the Legion's head. Right there, the Legion can see basically Spoon's entire body, an entire head and everything, but he can only see the tip of his head. Spoon would have to have hit the first 3 shots there before going down, and also Legion changed his positioning to the side of it when he was spraying down main, so that was just very unfortunate for Spoon, unable to win that gunfight. If he wins that gunfight, that round goes in Marietta's favor. I'm pretty sure they win that first round. It's 0-4 at the moment on a very defender-sided map.
Yeah, so we gotta keep in mind, even though it seems like Kentucky has a huge advantage, things can change very much once they swap sides. But if Marietta can get at least 1 or 2 rounds, that would be huge for them. We definitely don't want to go into an 0-6 situation because that would put a lot of pressure on the Pioneers.
I would say that they have a good chance at winning this site. As I saw before, it's always down to the last 2, so every single round is so close. Marietta just has to win 1 more fight. That's all they have to win 90% of the time, and they get a round. Right here, they're hoping to get at least 2 rounds. If they get 1, they're going to be happy. They're going to see a Virgil or a Vigil being played instead of what they usually play before here. He's going to be the roamer. Oh, he's in small tower. And that's going to be Rez finding out the hard way that there is someone in small tower. And he's going to be taking down my Spoon, but Spoon's going to be at low HP. There's the adrenaline rush to put everyone at a bigger HP pool. Spoon trying to get control of this big window. That is his job in this composition. Get that big window. As Evan and Static and Bo Higgins work their way around. Big window is such a big part of this point. If you don't have control of that as a defender, you can't, again, defend the site at all. We're going to see that no one is really playing super close here, but Spoon might see that be changed in a moment. Static playing the vert, of course. That's Bo Higgins' job as well. We saw Bo Higgins right at the start the last time. He was going glass here, I believe. He got taken out immediately, and that's going to be some good vert being played. He doesn't see anyone. You might be able to hear him right above him looking through these vert.
Yeah, we see the Dokkaebi being used, but I think he does know there's someone above him.
You see here, there's specific spots that they allow. He dropped right on him. He didn't hear it. And that's going to be Thorin going for 2. That's going to be Static getting picked up, but going down again. And that's going to be Thorin getting 2 kills. Paladin going big there. Now it's going to be a 3v4, but that's going to be the cameras for Marietta. That's going to be a big help because they do have a bulletproof that they can keep a hold of and look at. But right here, it's going to be a tall task when both vert players are going to be going down. Someone did get blasted by a bounce nade. Evan giving a call. As Rez and Spoon make their way onto site, there's going to be a frag grenade sent. The window blocked. That's going to be Evan going down, and the smoke is going to be able to smoke out Spoon. And Rez, the last one alive, and he's going to get smoked out with so much damage being done to him. And that's going to be an impact. Taking him down. Death by utility. 0-5 for Marietta.
Yeah, that smoke was just very deadly there. I mean, they had to go for a push, but the smoke's perfectly placed. Just wasn't much they can do at that point.
What I see at the moment is that Marietta's having a very hard time forcing out these smoke canisters. Because right at the end of the round, Smoke still has all 3 canisters left. So he can just keep popping them and keep popping them. So he's able to just stop that execute for at least a minute almost sometimes. Because he's able to rotate them. And you only really execute when you have only 30 seconds left. So by the time all 3 canisters are said and done, you can't plant. You're in a very bad position rushing into all these crossfires that are laid out by Kentucky.
So it's almost like they need to force those canisters to be used sooner. So that means they're going to have to move faster to put that pressure onto the smoke.
I would say they need to be able to clear these different angles a lot quicker. Here on first floor, this is the worst site for defenders, I would say. But that means that Marietta needs to get this round, or it's 0-6, and that's not very good when going to the next half. What I believe is best of 7, is it not?
Yeah, it's first to 7. Now, we do see there is no smoke from Kentucky, so Marietta won't have to worry about that.
But Marietta this time aren't going to catch Maestro wandering around by himself. He's going to be setting up in church. Spoon, Bo Higgins, and the rest are going to be slowly creeping in. Bo Higgins on this glass again, using those sights. Try to catch himself an opening pick. We see a lot of smoke being used here. Not the operator, but the tactical. You see his shield. No one playing behind it. Bo Higgins is keeping his crosshair right on it. It's going to be very slow as they're playing at the moment. Trying to wait for Maestro to make a mistake, and he almost did it right there. And the prying eyes of Bo Higgins.
Yeah, Evangelist this time going to go with the
That's going to be the wall going down, but that's going to be Thorin killing him as he gets the wall down. That's going to be a pick, and that's going to be a trade. That's going to be Capitao Spoon just winning that gunfight with a 1 tick of health left. And now he's going to be trying to clear back of sight with these fire darts. That's going to be Smoke going out to clear out sight. Now he's going to go fire, shooting behind the shield. That's going to be Maestro being able to see his legs as he runs through. Spoon still there. Rez makes it more even, and now it's going to be a Maestro holding it down. Very difficult to do. Static has to go big. Rez is at 1 HP. And Bo Higgins gets shot down by Crypt. He's walking up to Rez with the side. Oh, Rez goes down. And now it's just Static. And he's going to get shot with the Bailiff. And that's going to be Maestro holding it down for Kentucky. Oh, he missed the knife. That's embarrassing, buddy. Round 7 at 6-0. If Marietta drops 1 round, that's curtains.
Yeah, they will be on defense, so that is a little bit more advantageous. But yeah, the pressure is now on. They cannot drop another round if they want to take Oregon.
We see that the strat here is going to be using a Fenrir. Really interesting when going to, I believe it's basement first. No, they're going to second floor first for their defense. They're also, see a Ram being played by Kentucky. Actually going to be swapping over to Finka.
Yeah, they can swap over things. It looks like they're going to be leading with a Monty as well. But I don't know if they're going to try to go for a very aggressive strat.
Monty would be very good for them here because we see that Evan is the only source of C4 for Marietta. Rez does have that Maestro camera, which is a very big hindrance to a Montagnier who's trying to plant.
Now, I've seen teams where, like, when they're up by this much,
10 seconds left.
that they could try to go for a very quick win. So it'd be interesting to see if Kentucky tries to go for a rush or a Zerg strat with Monty leading the way. And just trying to get pick after pick after pick and try to close it out as fast as possible.
I believe, though, for this site that they're going to be going for the Thermite. They're going to be trying to get Shower Wall here, or they're going to try going for Tower Control. Nope, they're definitely going to be going for Shower Wall here. There is a mute for Wall Defense. Bo Higgins on that Jaeger. Let's see that executes. We're probably going to be starting a little bit later. We're going to see that Paladin on the side of Kentucky is popping off with 11 frags. And we see that Spoon is trying to catch up with only 5. So right now, Marietta is just being gunned down before they can even really enter sight by Paladin, who's going to be going on this vertical play here at the moment. Evan with the C4, waiting for the wall to be heard, throws it, doesn't get anything, and attaches to the ceiling. And that's their only C4 used. A Goyo is going to be popped already. There's a lot of Jaeger ADSs here defending that. And that's going to be Rez, knowing that there's going to be Vert being played here. And that's going to be a Goyo popped right on top of Spoon. He's going to try to get a good angle, and he sees someone, but doesn't quite get the shot off. Almost caught him by surprise. He's going to be looked at. Spoon gets the pick as Paladin gets him down. That's going to be massive for Marietta, and that's going to be Rez trying to go for his help, and he's going to get picked by the floor. Swaggin. That's going to be Buka getting another pick. It's a 2v4 at the moment. Bo Higgins and Evan, the 2 freshmen, going to have to be going on the site here. Bo Higgins just runs out of the way. And it's showing, oh my goodness. It's so close, and Paladin is going to finally finish off Spoon, who is there bleeding out on the ground. And that's going to be Bo Higgins getting bounced by a Nomad. Now it's Evan and Bo Higgins. The plant isn't down yet, so it's still in the favor of Marietta so far, and that's going to be Evan. This is a very dangerous spot. He's right in front of 2 people aiming right at his door, and that's going to be Bo Higgins going down to the Nomad, and that's going to be round 7 going the way of Kentucky, and that's going to be map 1 going the way of Kentucky.
Yeah, we just seen there, like, Bo Higgins had to fall back because he was spotted by the drone. Otherwise, if he tried to swing in there, he would have got picked off immediately.
Definitely would have. Very unfortunate for Marietta there. They're unable to really secure any round. We see Paladin with those 12 kills, and we see Spoon with 6, and we see everyone on Kentucky at around 6 kills, so that Marietta is just unable to really fight back there.
Yeah, it was just a It was a very difficult match for the Pioneers. We just saw a lot of it came down to Kentucky just getting those gunshots. They're getting the angles they need. We were talking before about how like they're just going for that vertical play. They're able to see the full body of the team, where the Pioneers are only going to be able to see little snippets here and there. So they have a much limited area of where they can fire.
It is very hard because as Marietta, you have to take those duels regardless if they're in your favor or not. We saw Spoon 1-1 with the floor there. He was able to get that kill and win that duel, but then Rez came over unaware of the floor there, and we saw that Nomad was able to go and find the vert angle and then take down Rez, which then killed Spoon as well.
Because they knew that someone was going to try to go there and get him back up, so they're able to take advantage of it.
And you can't really move around because they can hear you and just shoot the floor where you are.
But, all right, so I think there was a request for a break, so we're going to take a break ourselves. So don't go away. We'll be back in a few minutes with map 2, which will be Clubhouse. So, yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes. All right, welcome back. Everyone's saying they are ready, so we are going to get things set up for Clubhouse, making sure everything is good. Marietta will be defending, Oregon's attacking. Okay, so we're going to start. So we're going to start there, and I'm going to push the button so we can get things underway here.
Yes, we are going to go into these bans for Clubhouse. Another essential map to have in your roster if you're going to be playing Rainbow Six Siege. One of the just meta maps that everyone loves playing. This is one of those maps that if you don't like playing Clubhouse, and like what map do you like playing? I don't want one of those. Like, you definitely don't like playing Nighthaven. There's no way. Maverick ban.
So who wants to play Nighthaven?
No one.
Exactly.
No one wants to play this. So Marietta's going to be banning Nighthaven here at the moment. And banning Nighthaven. I hope so. Banning Maverick even.
Maverick and Nighthaven. There we go.
And then a Thermite ban's going to be coming through. My spine itchy. I hope you get that looked at.
So interesting. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for the Thermite ban because it is Clubhouse. I mean, he's huge for the breaching of especially that big CCTV wall.
CCTV wall always has to get breached, and without the Maverick, again, you can't breach it quietly. You can't breach that wall very well, and because that Maverick basically replaces two agents. You then replaces hard breach and replaces your support for clearing the wall. And now we can see a Valk ban. That's a really essential ban that's always seen here. So you have a Solus, Thermite, Mavericks, Valkyrie ban. Rather, regular bans we see here.
Yeah, nothing too surprising. Although sometimes we would see a Thatcher ban, but I guess he hasn't been as relevant lately. But
now with the slight nerfs that he got that one season, and also more people have impact EMPs, so if you do ban Thatcher, people are just going to run, I believe, what's the one with the shield? That has like the glass shield as an attacker.
Flash? Or are you talking about one of the newer ops?
The newer ops. I think it's Sosa.
I can't remember. You're asking.
She has a glass shield. She has the PDW. I know what it is. I just can't remember her name right now. But yeah, there she is, right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you run her.
Her. Okay.
Yeah, you run her.
The one that Tajat's playing.
Yeah, the one that Tajat's playing. You run her because she has the EMPs and also the shield, so she can throw them relatively safely.
Okay. Now we do see that Marietta will be starting on defense here, so let's see if they can get a good lead. So when they swap to offense, they can kind of close it out, kind of like what Kentucky did on Oregon.
Of course, because this is a defender-sided map, so we're going to have to see that Marietta don't fumble too many rounds here. Because the more rounds they lose, the harder it's going to be for them to actually do an attacking round. We're going to see that Marietta is running AC4, which is good for them. We actually see it at the top there. I didn't even realize. Look at that. Cool little stats right there, right next to the Marietta College and the University of Kentucky. Right below that, you actually see that there's 2 frag grenades on the side of Kentucky. 2 hard breaches, which one is going to be used here to go into warehouse. What is that? Construction? I forget exactly what that one's called, but I know that that wall is very essential to get, and that's going to be Buck running for the hills and res with the TCSG shotgun, one of my favorites. Reaching with Selma. Selma's going to be used onto that main wall, I'm pretty sure. That's going to be Static with the first pick of this map right on to the gridlock. That's going to be a lot of utility gone for Kentucky. Without the gridlocks, you don't have control of the flanks. And then Evan is going to be playing on site here, trying to defend. Is he going to be able to block off that wall that was breached by that Selma after they used that EMP? They also are running the Thatcher, actually. That's going to be Spoon going down while roaming to the Buck. That's going to be Buck taking so much damage, and that's going to be Static getting the second pick of this map. Starting off strong, Paladin going to be taking down Bo Higgins on the Jaeger here to put down his ADSs, so he has completed his mission as a Jaeger. And that's going to be Rez going down to Paladin as well, wrecking havoc with this DMR. Going to be playing in bedroom here. Static going to be rotating now onto stairs. He's going to be a little bit concerned. You know that people are here. That's going to be that's going to be the last EE1D charge used by Paladin. And that's just Evan on site, really trying to hold it down by himself as Static is rotating. He can't really push out here. And that's going to be Static going down to Paladin. And that's going to be Evan. His position is known. He's getting shot at, and he's going to take one down. That's Paladin down in a 2v1 situation with 1 HP. He knows that one's there. He's going to see the flash go out, and that's going to be a pick for Evan. One more. He's going to go straight on. He knows that Thatcher doesn't have an easy way in. If he gets this defuse, that's going to be the first round one, and that's going to be the clutch for Evan.
And you can see it. They're just already cheering. Like, that's one. Because they know this is a critical map. If they want to make it to the playoffs, they have to take Clubhouse and another game. So this is the start they needed.
This is the fight that we know from Marietta. They fought tooth and nail for that round.
Yeah.
Evan played that perfectly. Was able to get the right angle on that ace, able to get the kill on the DMR user who was trying to knife him.
Yeah, and just shout out to just the wall plays from earlier that made it difficult for that last player from Kentucky to even try to get to stop him from defusing.
To be able to break that wall, I believe it takes about 4 knife hits, and by the time you use 4 knife hits, that's the defuser already done. Already got the defuse. Now they're going to go on to the arguably stronger site here, which is going to be basement. We see that Marietta plays for second floor and then basement on most maps. We're going to see here, you're going to see basically the same comp being run, but 2 things being swapped. We're going to see, actually 3 things. Evan's going to be playing Kaid instead of Rez on the Kaid. You're going to see Rez on the Maestro and then Static on the Alibi.
Did Spoon play Vigil in first?
Yes, Spoon did, except Spoon got taken out rather early to that buck that he was roaming to try to get. Was able to get good information for his team, though. And for Kentucky side, they're going to be using Ram, the newest operator for Rainbow Six Siege, as well as going to that Hebana.
And then there's that Jackal coming out. That's going to be a possible counter against Spoon on the Vigil.
Definitely. So the strategy that was used the last time was 3 roaming and 2 on site. So we saw the 3 roaming with, that's how they got so many picks, because they were able to pincer Kentucky from so many angles. There's that vertical play. That's Spoon getting value on that Vigil pick. And that's going to be Static going down. Static still gets that value, though, with all of his utility. And that's going to be 1 Nitro Cell being placed onto the side of Marietta. Spoon has to really fight here as he's going to get pincered. And that's going to be shots being fired at him from that Jackal. He's going to be pinged. That's going to be Bo Higgins trying to help him out here. They're going to concede that space, and we're going to see one of Kentucky is going to be working down. That's going to be Spoon walking right into the gunfire of Paladin, and Paladin is going to be taking that fight, and that's going to be Bo Higgins getting sat down by Jackal. And now the execute is probably going to be happening here as they do go on to the basement with only 2 playing on site, Rez and Evangelos. These anchors are going to have their work cut out for them. No one is even softened up for them. That's going to be some damage taken by Evangelos.
Yeah, we see Evangelos running away from the vertical play.
That whole ceiling is going to be taken down. That's the hatch breached. Oh, he's getting shot from behind. He looked away at the wrong moment, and that's going to be Rez taking one down. Habana's at 1 HP. He's going to look and see if anyone's flanking him, but he doesn't know. One did drop. He's going to be able to not able to quite see him. Going to be able to get some intel. He knows that one's there. He's going to be trying to get the pick there, but he's getting rushed. And that's going to be, he doesn't see the one blue, and that's going to be Paladin taking the round by force, getting 3 of the elims for his team.
Yeah, that Jackal play, I mean, we didn't get a chance to watch from his perspective, but I think he was able to get a lot of information where everyone was at to track him down.
So what we saw there, we saw that Spoon got that pick, which was awesome, onto the Gridlock. The Gridlock having no value these 2 rounds. Gridlock is great after the plant goes down, but if she dies before, again, no value. So he's able to get that pick onto the Gridlock. But then the Jackal just sat still in bedroom. There's no information in the bedroom. So Spoon just swings into him, doesn't see him. His hollow got in the way, and that's going to be Jackal with 1 kill. Bo Higgins cannot get the refrag, not playing in a great position, and then get pre-fired by the Jackal, so then he just goes down. Now we're going to see another basement play being used here by Marietta. Of course, they might be switching up a little bit. Yeah, we're going to see Spoon on the Oryx instead, and then Static on the Mozzie instead of Alibi. That's going to help them with the information game that they need. There's going to be an Ash, a Lion, Sledge, a lot of Vert play there, and then Ace, Ram. So there's actually 3 operators specifically used for vertical play. The Ram and her ability, the Sledge and his hammer, and then we're going to see Ash, her breaching rounds, and... Oh, that's Paladin killing Static already? Where was Static playing that he got iced out so quickly? And that's going to be Spoon with 1, going for more, doubling down. He's going to get shot from 3 different angles. That's going to be a double kill, 3 to 4 at the moment now. Does get the kill on Tijat, who is on those EE1Ds, and now it's going to be Bo Higgins playing the vertical, knows that someone's there. Going to be holding this angle, but I think he's going to get a little bit bored and swap off, and that's going to be Paladin getting the kill on the Evan. That's going to be one of the anchors down as Rezdo has to come onto site. As they're just running it down, Rez does get one onto Paladin. Now he's going to be able to test with killing 2 more, and that's going to be the round secured by Kentucky.
Yeah, they just went very quickly. It's almost like they were not paying attention to their angles and they're just getting picked off from different sides.
Right there, Spoon's trying to make a play by going there, but I believe he just needs to get 1 and get out. But I think he thought that maybe he couldn't get out. Maybe there's too many angles covered. He was trying to double dip and get 2. We're going to see, though, that Marietta going, I believe, back to second floor after they lost that round. 1-2 at the moment on a defender-sided map. Spoon going Capcan to try to stop these rushes that are happening from Kentucky. Kentucky is playing a lot faster than Marietta has been playing, and I don't think Marietta has been really up to par in defending against these rushes.
Yeah, I think you're right, because especially that second round, they were, well, I guess technically round 3, I think they got caught, kind of like that one time in Oregon where
Maestro was caught. Yep.
So they have to be prepared for that rush play.
Static going down that quickly is really the detriment there, because Mozzie, you have to get all of your shots out and have to get those drones, and you're the only one that can control those drones. So if the drones get caught in a bad spot, and you can't see anything, then you kind of wasted your util.
Attackers are moving out to locate a
We're going to see
bomb.
Evan playing on Rafters again. Rez going with a Kaid this time. Static on the Mozzie. Bo Higgins on the Jaeger. And Spoon on the Capcan. We're going to see a very spread out defense here with Static and Evan. Sorry, Static and Bo Higgins playing completely off-site. Leaving 2 to defend it. It's going to be damage taken by Spoon as he's trying to engage in a gunfight here. Now he's going to be running away out of bar. Probably going to be going up to second floor. Here's the repel. They can't do much about it. And he's going to get shot in the back as he's trying to place an EE1D.
I don't think he saw the feet underneath that door.
He definitely did not. Gonna be Bo Higgins creeping up here. Spoon is in a very bad spot, I would have to say. He can't really go anywhere. And that's going to be someone on second floor as well. And that's going to be the execute started. Or at least still more poking from Kentucky. That's going to be a lot of damage on the Paladin.
Attackers have
That
located a bomb.
absolute keystone of Kentucky has to be Paladin here with that many frags. Here's going to be Spoon. This is what Gridlock is for. Stopping these rotates from happening from all these engagers. That's going to be Rez going down to Paladins. E1D is going to go down. Static gets shot down by the Gridlock finally getting their 1. And that's going to be Spoon with the 1 HP. Bo Higgins trying to win an engagement but can't quite get the shot. Not shooting as much as he can, doesn't quite get it. Going to be reloading here as Spoon tries to shoot back more.
Attackers
Gonna
recovered the
be
diffuser.
Spoon recovered. Crypt is going to go down, but that's going to get healed up. What? Where did Paladin come from? That's going to be a team kill, and now it's going to be a 1v4 situation. How did Paladin just appear next to Spoon? I'm unsure.
Evangelist is going to be trapped, though. He's going to get caught up where he's at. He's got to rotate around. Oop.
That's a headshot. I really want to see what happened to the Spoon there. Because, like, Paladin just materialized next to him. He was literally in knifing distance almost.
He rotated around and they never looked behind.
They couldn't hear him because usually... Okay, I'm going to have the first time out taken by Marietta here. Talk about what the struggles are here. Again, Paladin with 11 elims is winning those gunfights for his team. Simply put.
Yeah, we just been seeing him doing so well all series. And it's just like you have to find a way to shut him down. And Pioneers are struggling to find that answer.
I will say that the early picks that are happening from them is just very unfortunate for Marietta. And we see that almost every single round they've all died. The only round that they didn't die was Evan on this, I believe, the first round when he got that defuse. 1-3 at the moment. Marietta has to get some rounds if they're going to come back. I think that's a tall task, though, for them, as Paladin has been on an absolute tear.
See, he's going back with the Jackal. Of course, he can change it a little bit, but he likes playing that roaming position. He likes to go for those picks, and he's definitely a duelist in this matchup.
He's just very confident in his gunplay and has been winning these fights with the DMR, no less. But the DMR for the French agents and for Lion, I believe it's 4 shots and it kills a player. I believe actually less, maybe 3. So all he has to do is hit 3 shots and the other player goes down almost instantly, so he doesn't even have to rely on headshots. So now they're going to be setting up the site again. We're going to see Bo Higgins, Rez switching up, going for the Aruni, using those gates to try to defend the wall.
5 seconds remaining.
Spoon goes back to the Vigil. And Evan going to be holding rafters again with this... oh my goodness, I forgot its name. Aruni is that person. I forget what her name is, but I know what she does.
You mean Namasi?
No, not the Mozzie, what Evan's playing. That's unfortunate. I know her name, I just forget it, but they're going to be going second floor right now. Look at this cheeky angle.
Reloading. Cover me.
The type of pixel angles you only dream of before this agent existed. That's going to be the wall being taken down pretty quickly here with the ace. Just the EMP to stop the stuff. That's going to be the Azami. That's what it is. Oh, a little bit of mistiming there. Oh, that's so close to his head. And that's going to be Spoon going down by Swagvin. Spoon getting picked out so early here.
That's going to be huge for Kentucky.
So unfortunate for Spoon. He's able to just get picked out there. That's going to be Evan going down on Raptors to the person who's repelling. Tries to take the angle, tries to get the peek, but gets peeked himself. While I believe the Thatcher was on a head glitch here. And now 3v4, still doable. That's going to be one for Rez. Great headshot. He doesn't have enough ammo to continuously fire into that. That's going to be the ace getting the wall. As now there's so many angles to look at for Rez. He's bewildered and unable to control the situation. That's going to be Bo Higgins. Unable to get a pick here. Triple kill for Swagvin as Static goes down. Bo Higgins wins a fight. There we go. Gets his first kill of the map. Tries to go for the second one, but that's going to be a frag grenade sending him running. Now he's going to be re-peeking, but that's going to be all of those spiders. He can't run past them, and now he's going to be trying to go for Raptors. Tries to get the pick. That's a frag grenade, though, and he gets past a hot potato. Is unable to throw it back. Does get the down, but the frag grenade does a little bit more damage than bullets.
Yep.
Now it's going to be on to round 6, 1-4 at the moment in favor of Kentucky.
Marietta needs this round going into offense here. Kentucky just needs 3 more rounds and they'll be moving on to the playoffs. We're going to see, once again, a pretty aggressive opposition for Kentucky. I know they can change it, but bring out the Rain, bring out the Capital, the Jackal once again. It's just been working so well.
You're definitely going to see it second floor again, because what they're running at the moment is really their basement take. But once they see it's going to be second floor CCTV, that's going to be a lot different. What is...
But interesting, it looks like Marietta is changing things up a little bit. Spoon's going to be bringing out the Bandit. He's realizing that the roaming is not working for him. He's getting picked off too soon. It's just better off to try to put in some extra utility to make it more difficult to breach this wall.
Also, the wall defense is really good for them. Oh, we're going to see. Okay, they do swap to the Thatcher, but can Bandit trick. We're going to see if Spoon's going to be trying to Bandit trick here. I believe he is. I have seen him do it before. He is pretty good at it. Or he's going to leave. Nope, definitely not going to just leave the wall. It's definitely going to be Bandit tricking. But again, it's difficult here when multiple people are roaming. Hard to hear. So right as soon as you hear it, you hear the ace, you can put it down. You actually have to kind of predict where the ace is going to throw it. It's going to be difficult, of course. He's sitting here. This is where the sound is so important in this game. You have to hear, where is he throwing it? You're putting them down here, and Ace is not throwing any yet. Gonna be on this wall. Seeing there's no defense, knows that there's a bandit, so he's gonna know that they're gonna try to trick it. Gonna be waiting patiently. Gonna be so many bullets being fired across the map. As Evan is gonna be trying to take a duel. Does get some good shots off. Doesn't quite get the kill. And very difficult to be able to play here at this angle. It's gonna be through the wall. That's gonna be Swagman sprinting it down. That is a large woman running at him at very fast speed. Static. Playing very safe, trying to make sure it doesn't happen. Still on those bandit tricks. That's going to be his one. Be able to get down him now. Get the kill. That's going to be Ace right there with the bait. Paladin.
Yeah, he never actually finished him off. He got a couple hits and backed off, but never actually got that kill.
So you see Spoon went for the bandit trick, but we can see Crypt just said, nah, I'm just going to run away. Going at a different entrance. That's going to be Paladin going down. No, it's going to be Rez going down as Bo Higgins does get their top frag. Paladin, now Spoon, and Bo Higgins are only two left on site. Going to be a tall task. Spoon getting one down. That's going to be a 1v3 situation for Spoon. He's at 1 HP, and that's going to be him taken down by Tajat. And now on to round 7. This is the decider.
Well, they
Not quite the decider yet.
Yeah.
But 1 to 5 when they were on defense on a more defense-sided map than attack-sided map. So now Marietta fighting from behind.
Yeah, this is the position that Kentucky wants to be in because they just need 2 rounds on defense. They have the advantage. But Marietta's going to have to get some picks.
And look at this, the comp that they're running for Basement. They're running a complete roaming strat. This is going to be almost every single player on Kentucky outside of the bomb site. We're going to see a Mute is probably going to be the Mute, and maybe a Cat are going to be the only one on site. We're going to see the my brain is really going here. We're going to see the Mozzie run away, and same with the Aruni. The Aruni can play very aggressively with the angles on vertical because you can punch holes in the floor. Same with Elysian. We all know him as a roamer. He's always roaming around the map, getting that intel for his team. We're going to see Spoon going to the Jackal and Rez going to the Hibana.
Attackers must locate and defuse
Evan
the
on the
bomb.
Thatcher.
Yeah, I think Spoon's going, you know what? Jackal worked for them, so we're going to use it ourselves.
Yep, with that many roamers, you kind of have to use it. And that's going to see that maybe one's going for a spawn peek. Spoon looking for it, though. They know that Kentucky are confident, making sure that they can capitalize on any hubris they might have.
Spoon's already working his way in.
Reloading.
Actually, no, he's going to repel up. Marietta likes to go top side and work their way down. That way they can try to use the vertical play to their advantage.
That wall not really defended at all. Now they're going to be able to go through CCTV wall. See, sometimes on maps, roamers will actually reinforce CCTV wall, even if it's not CCTV site. Just because how much that wall matters. And that's going to be Paladin taking down Static as he drops through. The first to fall for Marietta on their attacking round. Does do good damage onto Paladin. That's going to be Spoon getting a pick onto the Mozzie. Asian going to be throwing his stuff. Oh, this is dangerous for Spoon. That's going to be Paladin with another pick. Running it down. Now he's going to be jumping out. Not quite. That's going to be Rez taking down my Paladin too. Paladin with a triple kill, dropping 15 elims in this map so far. Paladin is very aware of where Marietta is playing. Now it's just left to Evan and Bo Higgins. 4 members left. This is a tall task to ask defenders to do. Again, 2 freshmen left to the Wolves to try to clutch out this round. 1 minute on the clock. They have to start making plays, and that's going to be Tajat waiting for Evan with open arms.
Just drop it down without having any information there.
So hard in a 1v4 situation. Bo Higgins would have to go absolutely insane. And with that goo mine first starting to stop his progression through the map. That's going to be Paladin. We see him on the stairs. He's lurking up, running up, and that's going to be Paladin with the super shorty, getting a 4K that round. Very unfortunate. Now it's round 8. 1-6.
And this is it. This is match point for Kentucky. If they take this, they will move on to the playoffs. And then Marietta, that will be their season for the semester.
Yes, it will.
So the season rides on this round right here.
And every following round after that, if they do win,
yeah.
it is a 1-6 situation here. Marietta would have to win 7 rounds in a row to be able to win. And they would go to OT.
Technically, they just need to win 5 to get to OT.
Technically 5, but they would have to win basically 7 rounds in a row to still be in this.
Well, once you get into overtime, like they could win one,
they
but you got to win 7 total, not in a row. But you got to win 5 in a row, and then the next 2 out of 3.
Now we're gonna see that Marietta going to be swapping up. Actually, no, it's not Marietta. Marietta is going to be on attack. This is going to be defenders going for bedroom. We saw this site not played by Marietta because this was the 3rd pick usually for the map rotation. We see that Kentucky are not going to be taking the CCTV here, but are again still going to be defending it as you do on this bomb site.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
And now we're going to see Spoon playing this entry. And Spoon gets spawn peeked by the castle.
And it was within 2. It was more than 2 seconds too. There is the rule with spawn peaks where you can't kill someone within the first 2 seconds, and it was after that. So it's a legal spawn kill.
That is so unfortunate. A 4v5 now for the attackers. And look at this wall. They're leaving it open. They're just taking the duels. That's the Mira. Paladin is just going to be trying to go for the ego plays here.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
And now, what is Marietta to do? They don't have their Thatcher. They don't have their entry. Now they're just left with static. And as we see, again, 2 freshmen left on the roster as Rez. It's the only upperclassman here on the ace, trying to get something done. But that's going to be very difficult when you don't have anyone to clear the wall of defense. Marietta trying to fight with their hands behind their back, it seems.
It's going to be a real challenge. I mean, they do have the breach from the ace, but I'm not so sure how effective he's going to be. Maybe looking at the garage and trying to see if it's safe to enter. See the eye on the drone coming out. He immediately gets taken out. Rez is going to fall.
Rez dies to rafters. That's still, he's going to be on rafters. Static can't quite get the pick, and he's going to go down to Swagvin. And now it's all left to Bo Higgins, and that's going to be a flawless round. That's going to be wrapping it up for Marietta's game and the season for Marietta.
Yeah, I think just after that spawn peak, like, I think the rest of the team just kind of collapsed after that.
Definitely. GG's to Kentucky. 1-7 was the final score for that round. And that map, actually.
And we're seeing Paladin finishing 17-5-0. Swabgan was 10-4-1. Really good.
See, Marietta just, it was very hard to get a handle of Paladin. Paladin was entering every single, he was there. No matter what, if there was a fight happening somewhere on the map, Paladin was the one initiating it.
I'm kind of curious. I want to see if I can get a little information about him.
See, Marietta really, the strats that they were using were not that bad. It's just that Paladin and just all of them, they were all just playing faster than they were Kentucky. Kentucky was playing very fast. We see that he did get peak Diamond 5, it seems. That was his latest so far.
Yeah, Diamond is
very high.
Very high.
Very high.
So I think that definitely explains his skill level there. It's just really hard to go up against a high Diamond player.
It definitely is. He was able to just win every single engage and every single gunfight. When these freshmen, again, they haven't played R6 half as long as these players who might be upperclassmen or even might have just been playing the game since this came out. So again, when you have a mainly freshman roster, it's very difficult to be able to just expect them to win their ones with Paladin. We saw that he was able to isolate the 1v1s and then just won against the refrag as well. Marietta definitely unfortunate that they were able to lose that round. that game there that could have set them off to the playoffs.
Yeah, so that will conclude their season, but they'll be back in the spring, so don't worry. They'll be back in NACE. We'll see. Probably going to be Varsity Premier again because there's usually not enough to do Premier and Varsity Plus, but we'll see. But don't worry, although the season for the team has ended, they will be back in the spring. But we do have some more matches coming for you next week. Our Rocket League team will be playing at 7 o'clock on Monday. On Tuesday, you're going to see Overwatch play at 7. Hopefully go for 6-0 undefeated in the regular season. And then on Thursday, we will have the conclusion of our Smash season as they finish up in NACE Starleague Varsity Plus. So we're getting near the end of the season.
Yes, we are.
We're going to have to come up with some more stuff to stream in the meantime.
Yes, we will for December.
But all right, that is going to be it for us today. Thank you all for watching. For all the latest updates with what's going on to Marietta College Esports, please be sure to follow us here on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Shout outs to all of our supporters. HyperX for being the official peripheral sponsor of Marietta College Esports. We also want to thank Over the Moon Pizza, Buy Blue Lights, Elgato, Incrediware, Kovacs, and MSI. Thank you all for your follows. Thank you for your gifts. Thank you for your subscriptions and gift subscriptions as well. And we hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great night.